What's up, my LV besties? Welcome back to another video. My name is Candy, and if you're new here, thank you so very much for clicking on this video. And if you are not new here, thank you so very much for joining me on another video. I just want to first start off by saying I appreciate each and every one of you guys so very much. It means the world to me that you click on this video, and it means the world to me that you click on all of my videos. I am so grateful for each and everything that you guys do, from liking, sharing, commenting, and for supporting my channel in general. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it so very much if you did. It doesn't take but just a second to click that button, and also hit the bell so that you will be notified every single time I upload a video. And by doing all of this, it helps the algorithm, which also helps put my videos out there for all to see. So anything that you guys do regarding my video is contributing to the growth of my channel. So for that, I am grateful. So if you are someone that likes handbags and all that pertains to them, this is the channel for you, or at least I hope so anyways, because on this channel, I like to do a lot of unboxings. I unbox a lot of the new releases. I unbox things that are not new, but they are new to me by buying pre-loved. And I also run my own resale business where I am selling pre-loved items and such. So if you're not following me on Instagram, where I do most of my lives, please go over and do that. And I will leave my link in my description box below. And it is the same name as it is on here, in which I will put up here, Candy Sweet Love for LV. So that is where you would go to watch the lives. I do make lives here on YouTube as well, but I've only made a few. And so if you want to watch those lives, you can go over to my page and click lives, and then you can watch the recent one, because the recent one is going to show the latest handbags that I have for sale. So the older ones, most of them are gone, but it doesn't hurt to watch because I may still have some from those lives as well. So anyways, I would appreciate it and love for you guys to come over there to Instagram and follow me and get in on all the pre-loved fun, because I do have amazing deals. I do have amazing down payments, and I do have amazing payment plans. So anyways, let's move away from that now, and let's get on to the subject of this video, which is something that I witnessed at a Louis Vuitton store that I did not think I would actually witness with my own eyes. And no, it was not theft. Anyways, let me show you guys what I'm unboxing, and I will tell you my story. And it's a good one. I think everyone should hear me out on this. So for you guys going forward in your purchases, you can make sure that you're not buying something that I'm about to talk about, okay? So first, let me show you guys which bag I'm speaking of, or should I say which bag I'm speaking of that I returned to get this one. You guys have seen me unbox this, and at the time of the video, I did not look it over good until after the video. So that's why you guys did not know throughout that video that anything was even wrong. And again, I will show you and tell you what it was. But this is the bag that I now have again, and it is the East-West Pochette Matisse in the opal pink. And she is absolutely stunning, as you guys are, in my opinion anyway. She is a stunning bag. So here's my story. Or let me tell you guys what happened when I returned the bag that I unboxed for you guys a few weeks ago, or months ago probably. So I show the bag on here, but after I made my video, I got off and I really check out all of the bags. Are really good, whether I am buying them or like for my resale business. I try to look them over as best I can. We're all human, of course. I know we make mistakes. And with that being said, I'm talking about the manufacturers, the SAs, and the managers, and everybody that is looking over handbags in general. So we're human, we make mistakes. But when somebody points out something to you, that's when you go a different route than what happened with the bag that I returned. Okay, so I get off the video and I look this bag over and I notice on the back right above the zipper, which this one does not have it, there was several pop stitches. I wish I would have taken a picture of it, but I didn't know this was going to happen, okay? Or I would have definitely taken a picture so I could have showed you guys. But there was so many pop stitches along the back of that bag above the zipper. I know for a fact it was either like $3,100, but plus tax, or maybe it was around $3 with tax. Regardless, I don't care if it's $500. This is ridiculous what happened, you guys. So I texted my SA at the time, which was a new lady that I had, and I told her about the pop stitches and how the S-lock closure was out of line, but that wasn't the main problem. I could have lived with that. The main problem was the pop stitches. So she was like, bring it in and we will exchange it. Okay, so I go all the way to Dallas, which whatever, like if they don't have it, they don't have it. But I'm still going to return it because if at all possible with certain bags, I prefer to look at them in store. The Pochette Matisse being one, the bum bags being two. And I know I just recently opened 2 of those and got lucky, and they were both a pre-order. But that's because things have changed in my life right now. I'm super busy, and it's harder for me to get to the boutiques to look at these because it is a 3-hour drive for me. So I kind of just basically took a chance on both of those bags. Luckily, like I said, they came out fine, but you are risking it when you are buying a Pochette Matisse in either size, especially the East-West and the bum bags with the crookedness. There's something going on, and I don't understand why they cannot fix the crooked pockets, the crooked S-locks, and all of that. But still, not as bad as the pop stitches. Sorry, pop stitches are bad. When you have pop stitches, it's only going to continue to get worse. So I take that trip back to Dallas, and of course, I'm hoping that when I get there, that I was going to get to look at several, or at least 1 or 2, or at least 1 more East-West Pochette Matisse in this color. I did not want to have to order it online because I just explained why. But I also know that with these being collections, they don't always have everything in stock, or they don't always have each piece in stock, should I say. So I get there and I show the SA, the pop stitches, okay? And the manager, which used to be my SA, comes over and looks at the bag. And I'm really just like in shock here, you guys. I mean, the manager, like I said, that used to be my SA for 2 years, looks at the pop stitches. He approves the return, obviously. And so being a person that has bought from that store for a long time now, and specifically from that store for over 2 years straight and no other store, they kind of cater to people who buy a lot. And so they want to set you down. They want to bring out all the bags and show you all the latest releases, or the ones that haven't even been released yet. And that's what I was doing. They set me down at this really pretty table and they brought me out all the new bags they had just received but have not released and were not going to release until, I don't know, a week or so later. But they were letting me look at them to see if I wanted to purchase one of them. So I'm in there a good 2 hours or so doing this, because usually when I go, I try to spend a little bit of time looking at everything because I don't get to go that often. So of course, the first thing that I asked when the SA wanted to know what I wanted to buy or look at was, do you have any more of these bags in this opal pink color? And she says no. And then she looks up in the inventory and sees that she only has 1 piece from this collection, and it was a Speedy 20. So she brings that out for me to look at. And again, I'm sitting at a table and they're bringing other bags out from the back for me to look at. And so I'm looking at all these different bags, and then I, stroll around the store and just checking out everything, because they are now a flagship store. So they have a lot of more bags than what they used to on display. So I'm trying to like look at everything and all of that. So I've seen a couple of bags that I wanted to try on. So, you know, my husband's with me also. So he's still sitting at the table talking to the manager, which used to also be my CA, SA, which whatever you want to call it. So anyway, so they're talking, and so I come back and I'm trying on these different bags because there's a mirror right beside that table. Well, there's also counters all around behind me and beside me. So remind you, I asked if they had any more East-West bags, okay, in the opal pink, and she told me no. So I'm sitting there and I turn and look over at the bags that were like on display above the side of the counter. And I see one of the SAs pull out, not this bag, but this bag, okay? And he is showing it to this lady. And she's looking it all over. And I told my SA, I said, oh, y'all do have one. I was like, oh my gosh, no, wait. Y'all do have the East-West Presentment tees in this color. That SA showing it to another lady. And she said, oh no. She said, that's the one you brought in. And I was like, what? And she was like, I said, with the pop stitches? She was like, yeah. Like this is no big deal, you guys. And I knew, I mean, they took the bag from me, so I knew it was gone. Okay, all right. So as soon as I got there, they had taken the bag from me. They looked at, like I said, they looked it over. The SA looked it over. The manager approved that it needed to be returned due to the defect, because to me, pop stitches is a defect in the bag. Okay, a flaw, whatever you want to call it, but it is definitely something you should return, and it's definitely something you should not be reselling to someone else. In my opinion, I don't care if it's a shirt and it has pop stitches, you don't put it back out for sale. This is a $3,000 bag. So I looked at her, I said, you've got to be joking me. They are already reselling this bag. The managers approved it to be returned because of the defect. And they are showing it to someone else to purchase. They do not even care that it had the pop stitches back here. My mind, you guys, was blown, okay? And it may not be a big deal to some people, but it is a huge deal to me. Because, like I said, pop stitches only get worse. And plus, when we buy something, the stitches not only should not be popped, they should be very straight and in line everywhere. These bags should be made darn near perfect, okay? Because they are a luxury company. They are a multi-billionaire company we're talking about here. So when I returned the bag with pop stitches, it should have been sent back to the manufacturer company. I don't know wherever they send them to, or is there even a thing? Do they send them to anywhere? But whatever they do with them, which I've heard when something has a defect or whatever, if they can't repair it, then I think they take them apart. I don't know. I could be wrong on all of this. I don't know, but I do know that they do take them back to repair them if something is wrong, or at least see if they can repair it. And if they can't repair it, then they're supposed to dispose of the bag. Again, those are just things I've been told. But no, instead, in the very same day, before I even had made my exchange, not this one, the bag just like this one, was being sold to someone else. It was all I could do, you guys, not to walk over there and tap that lady on the shoulder and say, ma'am, please don't buy that bag, because I just returned that bag, or am about to return the bag, because we hadn't even finished the transaction. And that bag has pop stitches all over the back of it. You guys, it was really all I could do not to do that. And I didn't want to do that because I'm not going to cause a scene. I'd have probably got kicked the crap out. But because guess what? I'm not going back to that store, you guys. And here's why. Do I think that all of these boutiques could possibly be doing this? Absolutely. I have received multiple bags on multiple occasions with problems. And usually I tell you guys and show you guys the problems that they have. So if you don't know, which most of you probably do know, if you go in and you order or you want a bag and they don't have it in stock, then they will order you one. Well, you don't know if they are coming from another boutique or if they are coming straight from the factory, okay? So you don't know that. They don't tell you that. I guess some may, I don't know. But even if it's coming from another boutique, like, you don't know the condition that it's going to be in. So you're taking a chance if you're not looking at it with your own eyes. But like I said, I live 3 hours away. I can't always do that. I love Louis Vuitton. I'm not going to quit buying Louis Vuitton. But will I shop from that store again? No, because I can't trust them. I can't trust them. And another thing is, it's not like I can't go in there and look at that bag, look at a certain bag and say, okay, you know, it's got this, this, and that. So can you order me one? No, it's the principle of the matter. It's the fact that they did not give two shits that somebody else was buying a bag with pop stitches. They knew it. Add that. The manager put it back behind the counter, put it into inventory, and they showed another lady. So if they are that shady, if they are that pathetic, because in my opinion, because in my eyes, that is pathetic to sell something to someone that you know has something wrong with it, I want nothing to do with a boutique like that. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. And again, they may all do it. I don't know. But when you see it with your own eyes happening, it's a whole nother ballgame. Because at least I can say by ordering something from another factory and it coming to me and there being some kind of flaw to it, I don't know that that was a return, right? I don't know for a fact. But I did know for a fact that day that they were returning a bag with big time flaws. Pop stitches is not cool. It is not cool. So of course, again, like I said, I wanted this bag really, really bad. And I know it's a seasonal bag. I know once it's gone, it's gone. You're not going to be able to get it unless you get it pre-loved, and then the prices are usually a little bit higher. So I just ordered the bag online myself and I hoped for the best. And that's exactly what I did. And I now have another essay. I will be going to another Dallas Louis Vuitton location, but never will I go and buy from that boutique again. I'm sorry, I just will not. And it's sad because they have so many bags on display. They have so many bags behind the counter. They have just all the ready to wear. They have everything now that they're a flagship store. So I hate that that happened, but it's so hard to support and give your money to a store that you see your return being shown to somebody. Like, and some of you may think this is absolutely crazy, like I shouldn't care. Like when we return clothes, they usually put them back on the racks. I understand that. I do. I get it. I get that it probably happens everywhere with everything. I really do understand that part. So please don't come at me with this happens everywhere. This, you know, the shirt you're wearing could have been returned. Yes, I realize that. But this is a $3,000 bag with something they knew is wrong with it. And I don't care if it is a shirt or a broken piece of jewelry or whatever it is. That handbag should have never, ever went back behind that counter to be resold. I'm sorry. Like, I can't unsee that. I probably made my SA mad when I said something about it, but I don't really care. And by the way, the lady didn't buy the bag, but somebody did. Somebody bought it, because if they were willing to sell it to that lady, then they were willing to sell it to anyone. So somebody bought the bag, and it just irks me so bad because it's like, I didn't even get out of the store and that thing. I mean, like, is there, like, what? I mean, I'm sorry. Again, you guys probably think I'm absolutely nuts for thinking this, because you're probably thinking, yeah, girl, it happens everywhere. Okay, it probably does. But to see it happen and just to see, you guys, the stitches on it was bad. Like they were popped up all down this line right here. And maybe that lady seen it. I don't know. Maybe that's why she didn't buy the bag. I have no idea. And I'm so glad she didn't. But I'm like, why would you not send that back to the factory? Like, or wherever it is that they send, or they're supposed to be sending these bags with flaws or defects or whatever. Like, send it back. Do not keep it and sell it to somebody when you know there is something wrong with it. However they stitch these bags, because some say they hand stitch them, some say it's stitched by machine. I don't know, because I have not seen them be made. But whatever they do, they didn't do it right, and they messed it up, and the stitches were not right. It just floored me. And I told my husband when I left, I said, I will not shop there again. I don't care if other stores do it. I don't know about them other stores yet. And if I know another store is doing that, if I see another store doing that, then I wouldn't shop there either. But that I know. And so I know if I go into that store for sure, if I go into that store to look at a bag, I could be possibly looking at something and myself miss over, maybe because I'm talking in there and they're talking to you. They're just, they're always just talking, which is fine. And, but as they're talking to you, you might miss over something like a pop stitch or something. And so knowing that I could go in there while they're talking to me and I'm trying to look at a bag and talk back, I could miss over something that they already knew was there in the first place. But they don't care. They didn't care. They did not care. Bottom line, they did not care. Now, again, I love Louis Vuitton's handbags. They are my favorite. I'm not going to stop buying bags because of what happened at that particular store. I'm not. But sometimes it does make you think, how many of these boutiques are doing these? I don't know how they get past production, for one. Like, why are they not inspected a little better than what they are? Two, when they get to the boutiques, okay, when they make it to them, why are they not inspected to the fullest then, before they go to release them to the public to buy? Why? And then when you go and tell them and show them and they approve and say, yes, there's a defect to that bag, we're going to exchange it for you, why does it go back on the shelf? And of course, I'm not going to call out the name of the store. You guys have watched my videos enough to know where I shop, or where I did shop, where I am no longer shopping. And am I going to stop shopping with Louis Vuitton? No. But will I stop shopping there? Yes. And have I? Yes. Because there are other places, and maybe there are other better SAs out there. Maybe there are other better managers out there that when they get a bag or an item in that has issues, maybe they actually send them off. Maybe there are other people that actually do care, but I will say that particular SA, I shouldn't say that particular SA, because it wasn't actually her decision. It was the manager's decision to put that bag back out for sale. So maybe there's other managers that do care about what they sell to their clients. So that is my story of what happened with the East West Pochette Matisse in the pink opal. And then I ordered this online myself. She came perfectly fine. And now I have another SA at another store. I explained what happened. So this SA told me that she would check over the bags before she sent them to me, and it's best to have the bags sent to the store so that they can check them instead of sending them straight to me and then me have to do the return or whatever. If they are shipped to the store and there's a problem, then it doesn't go against you on the return, which brings me to another thing. If you are going into a boutique, you guys, if you do, I hope you guys know that you don't have to take the bags that they are showing you. They're supposed to offer to order you one that has not been touched on, tried on, seen, and all of that. Now, whether, again, it comes from another boutique and they did over there, I don't know. But when you go in there and they show you a bag on display, you can ask for them. If they don't tell you first, you can ask for them to order you one that's supposed to come straight from the factory. My past experiences, the bags that I looked at, if they had something wrong with them, they would order them for me and it would come from the factory. And how you know is because it comes with the yellow box, the yellow box inside the yellow box. And when you open it up, it says Louis Vuitton and that whole thing. When it comes from another boutique, they just put the yellow box inside of a shipping box. So that's how you know the difference of where they're coming from, because the boutiques don't send them out in the boxes that say Louis Vuitton at the top of them. That the whole box is from Louis Vuitton, I guess I should say. It has like the cardboard that fits around the yellow box. That's from the factory. So that's how I always knew if mine came from a boutique or if it came from the factory. So like I moved my my Dolphin Softy up on the top of my shelf up here. When I looked at that bag, it had a scrape on the vachetta above the big magnetic closure. It had a looked like maybe someone like accidentally sliced it when they were like opening up the boxes, you know, and with the box cutter. It's kind of what it looked like. So they ordered me one or whatever, and it was shipped from a factory because it came in the box like I just described. So if you go in and you don't want a bag that somebody's been touching all over, they have to order you one, you guys. They do. You don't have to buy the bags on display. You don't have to buy the bags that are underneath the counters if you don't want to. And again, I have bought many that way, and I've had many great experiences from doing that. I mean, most of my bags have been just fine, but still, after seeing what happened that day, just made me realize how shady and how ridiculous the managers at that store are, period. So that is my story on, like I said, what happened with this bag. I've looked her over. She doesn't have any pop stitches, thank goodness, because I love this bag so much and I wanted this bag really bad. And I was very disappointed after I made that video and I got off and really checked it over and I seen that. And I'm like, really? No, like I don't want to do a return because it's a lot for me to do a return. It's a long drive, or else I'm having to send back through the mail. Either way you go, it's just annoying, you know. But again, nothing is coming perfect. So we can't expect everything to always be perfect. But when they're not, send them off. Don't sell them to someone else, knowing I hadn't even, you guys, like I said, I had not even left the store. Jeez. So anyways, I just wanted to tell you guys, and then also warn people of my area to check the bags over really well if you go into that store. And like I said, I'm not calling it out. There's only one flagship store in Dallas, and I'm not calling out the name, but I've mentioned it many times on my other videos. And I just hope that any store that you go to, really, or any boutique, whatever, boutique store, whatever, I call them both, that you do check over your bags and make sure that you're not taking home something that someone has returned that has a defect, you know. And so anyways, I just wanted to put that out there and bring awareness to what some of these stores could possibly be doing to you guys. And it could have been done to me many times. I have no idea. I hope not, but I'm really good about checking my bags out. I'm very OCD. So anyways, and I don't like to come on here and be negative. It's not really something I do. And I really don't like to come on and just call people out or any of that sort of thing. But I think this is a subject that attention needed to be brought to, for sure. Because, you know, there could be many people like me that live far away, that you go and you don't notice something, and then you get home and you notice it, and you have to go either drive back or send back and then trust that they're going to send you another one just like it. Or maybe they're down to the last couple and you don't get to get it. So anyways, I just thought I would share that information with you because it really saddens me. It does, because I loved shopping in that store. And yes, like I said, I could go back. I could and look every bag over before, but it's a principle of the matter. I mean, it's the fact that they just don't care. But then they care about other things. You know, if they care about little things, but then they don't care about returning a defective bag Like, are you kidding me? Is what bothers me. And if they didn't care about selling it to that lady, they wouldn't care about selling me one either. So bye-bye to that store, and I will move on. And again, it doesn't matter what the product is. It doesn't matter how much it costs. If you are willing to sell things with issues, and I know about it, I will not shop there. So I will continue my shopping with my new SA and hope that I have great experiences from that one, and continue to buy my beautiful Louis Vuitton bags because I do love them. Not all of them have defects. Not all of them are returns or whatever. So it's not the bag's fault. It's not every store's fault. It's not every SA's fault. It's not every manager's fault. But anyways, and I really feel bad for the person that got the bag, which, I mean, hopefully that, you know, I know it's our job to look our stuff over. I get it. But it should never have to be to that extent. Like, we should look over it and make sure we like it, not look over it and make sure that they didn't sell us something that they knew was wrong with it. I am going to get off here because it's late, and I already did a live before this, so I'm really tired. I don't know when this video will go up because I doubt I will go edit tonight because it's so late. But so once again, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. I would appreciate it oh so very much. And also give me a thumbs up if you like this video, or thumbs down, because I could see why you would need to give me a thumbs down. Just joking, you guys. Don't give me a thumbs down because it's a thumbs down to that store, but not on my video. Anyway, so leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know if you have experienced this, or if you have seen this done before, if this has happened to you or whatever, because I would like to know. I really would. I would like to know what stores to not shop at, because one of the things that I love to do is when we travel, I love to go into the Louis Vuitton stores of each state or each country and look at their inventory and buy something like that's my souvenir. I know it's an expensive souvenir, but I save for that stuff. So I like to be able to do that. So if you know of a store that's doing that, you let me know so I don't go there. Okay, I'm going to end this video now, as I always do, with I hope you all have a great morning, day, evening, or night, whatever the time of day it is that you're watching this. And for me, it is a good night. And I will see you guys back real soon with another video. Bye.